Hi everybody, I would like to read part of this book, Stepping Out of Self-Deception by Rodney Smith. That's an excellent writer and Buddhist teacher, but he teaches Buddhism as a philosophy and not as a religion. My wife Ellen and I were spending our first vacation in many years on the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. In the back of my mind was a keen desire to swim with the dolphins if the chance arose, and after several days of swimming and snorkeling, I saw a pamphlet advertising the opportunity. We arrived at the location, and I saw immediately that this place was not going to satisfy my desire to make a real-life connection with the dolphin, because the dolphins were being trained to perform tricks for the tourists, such as propelling people through the water by pushing their feet. My intention to connect continued and was not to be denied, but I would have to find another way to make contact since the offered option seemed disrespectful to the dolphins. The pool where they were swimming was several acres in size, with a patrolling guard who rebuffed me a couple of times as I tried to make my way to the side of the pool. All the dolphins but one had gathered in the center of the pool and were beginning to nap and rest after a full day of activity. Finally, the guard was on the opposite side of the pool when a little female dolphin stared at me as she lay on her side with one eye out of the water. I hurdled the wall separating the pool from the visitors and walked over to the edge. With her little eyes still observing me, she swam to the edge and waited for me to reach down and meet her. I did, and the contact was complete. Meanwhile, the guard on the opposite side saw what was going on and rushed towards me. As my wife and I hurried to our car and began to leave, another tourist who had watched the whole episode said in amazement, "That was the coolest thing I've ever seen." I agreed. I realized later that life had responded to my dedication and one-pointed intention to make contact with the dolphin. There was a deep sense that I could not nor would not be denied, and my efforts were maintained until circumstances could bring forth the resolution. So too, when Christ says, "Knock and the door shall open," he is referring to the intention behind the knocking, not simply beating on the door. Competing intentions will never open the door, nor bring a dolphin to a meeting. Intention calls life towards itself and has the wondrous effect of completing the circle, like Michelangelo's painting of the fingers of the Christian God and men consummating the touch on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. When we are sincere in reaching out, life responds in kind, and there is a meeting and a completion of the relationship.